You're here. I'm here. We're really doing this thing. Live streaming from our living room to your living room. Our living room is at the end of a dead-end street in Vic West, across the bridge from downtown Victoria on the south end of Vancouver Island. Vancouver Island is the traditional territory of the Lekwungen, Esquimalt, and Songhees people who traditionally lived, worked, sang on these lands and still do. I'd like to acknowledge them and express our appreciation for being able to live in this amazing place. When you live on an island, you spend a long time waiting for the ferry, some days. One time when we were really delayed, we spent some time in the shops right next to the lineup, and there was this store full of hats. And every hat had its own name. And long story short, this is the hat that came home with me. This is called a field hat. And it got me to thinking about what kind of person, what kind of woman would wear a field hat. And that must have been some kind of invitation, because this song showed up. I've been winding through these mountains, dry as a buffalo bone, like an eagle on an updraft in the shimmering sun. High and strong, the kind of strong you get pulling up stakes and shattering stone. In every hill and holler, leather jacket for my pillow, tin can on the coals. There's a ghost cloud on the night wind and a dust storm in my soul. 'Cause I dreamed last night of the sound that a wooden spoon makes in a crockery bowl. Oh mama, every hill and holler around here, every hill and holler tells me right here, if you want. Right here, anytime now. There's a cowgirl on the roadside, holding up her thumb like it's a torch or a crocus through the snow. It's the proper thing to do to stop the truck and say, hey, where you wanna go? She puts her boot heels on my dashboard and says, God, I love this road. Have you noticed how every hill and holler around here, every hill and holler tells me right here, if you want me. Right here, anytime now. I'll be your mirror, imperfectly clear. See with the eyes of the heart. Then she pulls her hat down, turns turns away, looks out the window. And just when I think she's never gonna say another word, she starts in. I've been winding through these mountains, dry as a buffalo bone, like a red tail on an updraft, thinking I'm better off alone. But I dreamed last night out of clothesline and cotton sheets hanging in the sun. I know, it's crazy. And fresh dug from the garden, 2 potatoes in the oven. And they were splitting their jackets, and then she laughs. And I'm thinking, right here, if you want me. Right here, anytime now. I'll be your mirror, imperfectly clear. See with the eyes of the heart. Right here, if you want me. Right here, anytime now. I'll be your mirror, imperfectly clear. See with the eyes of the heart. Right here. When I sing that song, the landscape that I picture is the southern Yukon, northern BC, dry hills, old hills, rolling hills, but especially the Yukon. I lived there for most of my 20s, and it was a really important time. And the women I met in the Yukon were just great. Because of this song, I've been reconnecting with some of them, and it is very heartwarming. Perhaps some of them are here. At some point, Robert's going to read the chat to me, so I'll know who's here. And if you wouldn't mind saying hi, that would be so great. It is a dusty, dirty town to be living in. It is a dirty drive and dusty wind that blows. And it's a dirty, lousy shame. This place ain't got no rain. It ain't heaven and it ain't hell, but ain't it home? I ain't seen any green since last November. I ain't taken off my boots since last July. And I ain't been messing up my mind more than half the time. Oh, but honey, don't you bet I didn't try. 'Cause I'm one of them rough, loose, raw and rugged Yukon women, are we? We wear plaid jackets and we build our own cabins and we all drink rosehip tea. Independently. Oh, well, we're in top condition and we go on long hikes and we aren't afraid of bears, yeah? We wear woolly socks, woolly shirts, woolly woolies till it gets kinda itchy under there. And then we go in the sauna with no clothes on, and if the boys look, we don't care. We got liberated views on who's loving who's, and we don't shave our armpit hair, 'cause we are rough, loose, raw and rugged Yukon women, are we? We wear plaid jackets and we build our own cabins and we all vote. I'm not gonna tell you how we vote. Independently, 'cause we are rough, loose, raw and rugged Yukon women, are we? Beethoven ending. Being independent is a great thing, but it has its price. And it's not the same thing as being free, exactly, I think. Or it's not the same thing as being wide open. Sometimes, in order to be wide open, you have to let someone down in order to let go of the things that you have to let go of. Wide open, wide open, wide open spaces open, beautiful faces, songs of the heart of the tender-hearted. I'm not afraid of wide open spaces open, beautiful faces, songs of the heart of the tender-hearted. I'm not afraid, I'm gonna let you down. Wide open spaces, tears running down, beautiful faces, this is my song from the heart, and I'm not afraid. I get it now. I see what we've been doing, and I worry about how you're gonna take it when I break it. Like who could squeeze so hard it would shatter in our fingers, and the shards of going slow would cut into the status quo, and the skin of what you don't know can't hurt you. And I don't wanna hurt you, I don't wanna see that stone in your eyes, but I can stand it now. I'm not gonna look away this time. I'm gonna take my place in the light of what I know to be sacred and true. Gonna let me be me, that's really all I wanna do. To ride in the wide open spaces, high on all the beautiful faces, songs of the heart of the tender-hearted. I am not afraid of wide open faces. So this is how it goes now. We don't know what happens next. Oh, darling, we've never known. And the chords keep coming. Pretty soon there's gonna be a chorus. You know what to do. Sing with me, come on. Wide open spaces open, beautiful faces, songs of the heart of the tender-hearted. I'm not afraid of wide open spaces open, beautiful faces, songs of the heart of the tender-hearted. I'm not afraid. I want to tell you about this piano. So one of the gifts of COVID is we get to do our concerts at home. And I get to play my own instrument. I've had this piano for maybe 6 years. All the time before that, I had an upright facing the wall. And when I got this piano, I realized how different it is and how much more spacious it feels to play in a room, open to the room. And you know, when you tour, as a piano player, you either take an electric piano along with you or you get whatever piano is there, and that's part of the deal. But I do love playing this piano for you. And if you have headphones handy, you might want to wear them because you really hear the sustain on an instrument like this when you have the sound up close like that. Robert, are we gonna, Robert Anderson is here. He's quiet in the distance, but he's my assistant, and I think.
Do you want to know some of the
I would
people?
like to know some of the people who are here with us.
Well, from far away, we have Becky Knowles,
Becky, so glad you're here.
Bill Coyle from Philadelphia,
Hi, Phil. Nice to meet you again. I mean, for real.
Anita Holiday on Orcas Island,
Hi, Anita.
somebody named Bid Ken from Fork Lake,
Fork Lake.
and S. McBride, upstate New York.
Oh, Sheila. I went to grade school with Sheila. Grade 5 is what I remember.
And you have to say hi to Jonathan and Isabella.
Oh, Jonathan, Isabella. Oh,
It's so long since we've seen them.
yeah, I bet you've gotten a bigger since I saw you last.
We'll say hi to some more friends later.
Okay. So glad to be able to picture your faces here. I mean, I'm picturing that my friends are here, but knowing who it is, it makes a difference. Are we gonna move at this point? Is this a camera move time?
You were going to tell a story.
Oh, I never told you the story of Rolling Wanda. I'm heading into town in my Dodge Colt. She's a dusty green. I call her Wanda the Wonder Car. It's 3 p.m, and the sun is setting, sliding behind the hills, turning the snow all pink and orange. Blue shadows. Ahead of me, there's a black pickup truck with the back is full of stuff, and his red taillights give me something to follow, which I appreciate because there's not a lot of traffic on this stretch of the Alaska Highway. But I love this drive. I love being a Yukon woman. I was going to tell you this song right after Yukon Women, and I just kind of went right out of my head. But when I was 23, I lived south of Whitehorse and had incredible adventures. This is one of them. So I'm going down the road, and I've got all my tools in the back, my S-Wing hammer, my sanding blocks, my drywall knives, and it's like 1983, and I'm just got a brand new first generation silver Sony Walkman with a skinny little headband and the black ear pads. And I'm listening to Joan Armatrading. Me, myself, I, me, myself, and I, just me, myself, I. I'm scraping the ice from the inside of the windshield when I see something bounce out of the truck ahead of me. It lands right in my path. It's a snow shovel. The scoop is poking right up, and Wanda won't clear that. I know. It's going to get caught underneath her, and the whole disaster starts to play out in my head as I steer for the shoulder. We pass the shovel, and as I'm edging back onto the pavement, we hit black ice. Wanda swings 180. Nothing. The steering wheel won't do a thing, and we're going backwards, sideways down the highway as I'm remembering something I heard on CBC about the people who have the best chance of surviving car accidents are alcoholics. So as we hit the snowbank and start to roll, I pretend I'm drunk. While all the knives and the Walkman and the hammer are flying around me for a long time. And then the crunching stops. I don't know which way's up. She could catch fire. I fumble for the ignition and turn it off. Turn off the headlights. Turn them back on again. And then it's quiet. And then thumping and metal screeching, and the door opens above me, and there's two heads poking in. Are you all right? Oh, you're all right? I am all right, I guess. There's no blood. They climb out. I can walk. I've never seen the underside of Wanda before. A tow truck comes. The strangers leave. The tow truck driver is slow and lanky, and he puts me to work setting flares along the highway while he hooks into Wanda and he drags her upside down like a toboggan over the snowbank and then tips her back onto her wheels. Cranks her up and tells me to get into the cab. I climb in and he takes me to the police station. The police station it smells like coffee and vomit. They ask me, what happened? They ask me, do you think you're in shock? I shrug, I don't know, but I think that's a stupid thing to ask me. And they let me go. And the tow truck guy takes me across town to a gas station. He lets Wanda down off his hook. I can see the roof is all dented in and the driver's side window is completely gone. I'll top up her fluids for you, he says. And then he gets in and he starts her up and he wiggles the steering wheel and he says, axle's a bit crooked, but I think you can go a couple miles. You got somewhere to go, right? And then he's gone. I sit in the driver's seat, shivering, my teeth chattering. I guess I can drive up 2 Mile Hill over to Hillcrest with an open window at 15 below in a crooked car. And I do. When I get to the house, the lights are all bright. I make it up the porch. My feet are clubs. I open the door. Inside it's stuffy, impossibly warm. And the guy who owns the house is sitting at the table playing cards. He doesn't look up. He just says, how are ya? And I say, I'm cold. I rolled my car. And he looks up and he frowns. You want a whiskey? Oh, yes, no, no. I turn and I walk down the hall. He doesn't get up. I'm thinking, he's a geologist. He should know you don't give alcohol to someone who's hypothermic. I'm hypothermic. I know somebody who died of hypothermia. I get to the end of the hall and I turn in, close the bathroom door, sit down beside the tub, and run the water. Tepid, lukewarm, it has to be, no warmer than that, right up to my neck. Me, myself, I. Captain.
Oh, we're approaching an asteroid belt. Prepare for evasive maneuvers.
There we go. My musical roots are really the songs of summer camp. And I wrote this song in a period of my life when I was writing everything a cappella, which was perfect for camp because we always sang without instruments at camp. And there's a part for you in this. When I go camp like this, you say, camp. Let's try it. Yep. And this is camp is. Camp is. And this is camp is the place. Here we go. Camp is the place. You got it. Camp is the place I learned to sing. Camp is. Camp, we'd sing about everything. Camp is the place. From the salutation to the dawn. To don't sit at the table with your elbows on, and we even did the dishes with an old sing-song. Yeah, we sing grace, grace, grace. We sing good night, good night, good night. We just sing 'cause it feels right. Oh, fireflies, fireflies. It feels even better to harmonize. A windy pine, a windy pine. I knew I had a thing that was mine, all mine. Camp. A camp is. Camp is the place I learned to pray. Camp is. Camp, we pray 3 times a day. Camp is the place. And no one said nothing about Jesus or God. No, just the sky and the sun and the path we trod. And it all made sense now, isn't that odd? We sing grace, grace, grace. We sing good night, good night, good night. We just sing 'cause it feels right, feels right, it feels right. Oh, oh, fireflies, fireflies, it feels even better to harmonize. A windy pine, a windy pine, I knew I had a thing that was mine, all mine. Oh, Eagle Rock, Eagle Rock, oh, what would you say if a rock could talk? Camp. A camp is a place I learned to be different from my family. So much different, though I can't say how. Something about the here and now and doing the things that you ain't allowed. 'Cause we sing naughty songs. Oh, we sing gross songs. It didn't really matter what we sang as long as we sang close. Oh, fireflies, fireflies. It feels even better to harmonize. A windy pine, a windy pine. I knew I had a thing that was mine, oh, Eagle Rock, Eagle Rock. Oh, what would you say if a rock could talk? Setting sun, setting sun, setting sun. Oh, what we gonna do when camp is done? Camp is a place I learned to sing. Oh, we sing grace, we sing good night. We just sing 'cause it feels right. I can feel you singing. And now, I'd like to introduce my partner in crime, my sweetheart, my bubble buddy, Robert Anderson. The man behind the camera. Look at this.
Hi, everyone. I'm
Leslie,
here now.
Ingrid, Lucas. This is amazing. This is great. Larry Nickel. Nice to see you. Said, so many people. So great.
There's another page.
There's another page. I love you, Paul. Greg and Kate. They're from Salt Spring. Heather, Eric, Patty, Elaine. Fantastic. You know, you all fit in our living room. So great. Before COVID, Robert and I did, off and on, we're doing house concerts. We called it our intermittent intermunicipal tour. And one of the places we went to, this would be 2019 now, that was really great, was a Solstice Festival on Brady's Beach, which is beyond Bamfield. Beyond Bamfield is. And
Beyond
alliteration.
Banfield. That's out
Yeah.
there.
And they built this funky stage, and there were cedar branches on it, and we were looking on stage. You were looking over the beach to the water, to the sun setting. There was actually a whale spouting while we played. And the people who were at the festival were, I mean, everybody from the community, but there were a lot of young people who were studying at the Marine Station there. And it was a hot night, and they didn't have very many clothes on, and there was all funky, you know, there's like tie-dye, and it made me feel like the 60s had never gone away.
What were you like in the 60s?
Well, I was straight, but I was looking for the spirit of the 60s, and I was worried that I was a little young, so I macrameed my hair, and went looking for the spirit of the 60s. When I thought that I'd found it, well, I just hung around to get me some of that funky music on a crying guitar. At a great big outdoor festival, we were sleeping in the car. Give me those tie-dyed blue jeans, give me lovin' on the lawn, and that homegrown inspiration till I'm gone. Well, it was great. It was great to join the children of the 60s, though I was worried that my parents disapproved. But I believed in peace, and so did they, so I was sure we'd find a way to love each other. I just needed my own space, and my parents had the grace to let me groove. So I moved into a co-op on a fruit farm in BC, and we painted up an old milk truck on a psychedelic spree. Then we took off down the highway, Allman Brothers turned up loud. It was the spirit of the 60s, going proud. But I couldn't make a living writing poetry. Never did really figure out how to make a living. Now it's late, but the world still needs the spirit of the 60s. Sometimes I worry, did we lose the feeling somewhere on the road? And if we wait, we'll have nothing more to live for than our memories. Something's lost and something's gained, but the children of the change, where did they go? Where did we go? We're eking out a living, writing poetry. We're growing fruit organic in the orchards of BC. We're planting over clear cut, we're recycling our cans, sending tools to Nicaragua, doing healing with our hands. And some of us wear hard hats, and some wear suits and ties. And some of us are your neighbors, some you'll only recognize when they play that funky music on a crying guitar. So let's have a great big outdoor festival. We'll sleep under the stars. We'll keep voting for the peacemakers and writing for amnesty. And may the spirit of the 60s set us free. That beach.
Flower Power. Remember that?
Yes. That beach I was telling you about, Brady's Beach, is not far from another beach where Robert and I
Fell in love.
fell in love in 1985.
And that led to this song being written.
This is one of Robert's.
On a summer night, we were looking up at the stars, and let me start this again.
Yeah. You'll be happier if you do.
I'll be happier if I do. I have to get my fingers warmed up. All that mousing. Summer night. On a summer night, we were looking up at the stars and wondering how they could be so far away.
In the soft moonlight, we were lying there all alone and sharing a perfect night in a special way. Hey, talking about these crazy times, finding we can laugh about them too. Oh, that night was such a precious night.
It was the night
I found you. I remember still how the night went on, and there seemed to be so much more left to say.
If I had my will, there never would have been a dawn. I never would have let the night slip away.
Talking about these crazy times, finding we can laugh about them too. Oh, that night was such a precious night. It was the night I found you.
I never felt like such a lucky guy.
I never had such a dream come true. I never thought anyone would fill my life like you do. Talking about these crazy times, finding we can laugh about them too. Oh, that night was such a precious night. It was the night I found you.
Hey. I'm going to switch guitars for this next song
Are you?
because I have more than one.
Okay. Now, we're not at the end of our show, but we do have to keep an eye on the clock. We would love to play and play, but we have an hour. So, we have another concert on Thursday, and the way we're thinking about this is it's just a house concert. And every house concert has to have a break. So, we're having a 3-day break. So
The second
this is the
set.
first half, and the second half is on Thursday. And for the second half, we would like to play your requests. So anything you've heard us do in the past would be great. Anything you heard us do tonight that you want to hear again, we'd love to do that. Let us know. You can put it in the chat. You can send me an email, susan@susanellenton.com. Ellenton is spelled Ellen like a woman's name, Ellenton. Susan@susanellenton.com. That's me.
Yes. And now you're going to put your accordion on. Hooray. This is the slow guitar part of the set.
The guitar is slow?
The guitars are slow in this part. So I'm sorry, but we have an accordion, but Susan is not going to play polka. Not tonight.
I think I am ready for you.
You ready? Straps all undone?
Yep.
1, 2,
3. No garden grows that smells so sweet as a single rose through the gray concrete of an old back porch where a stray cat cries with only a train for a lullaby. What is a rose? Why is a cat where the train goes? Answer me that. Morning comes with a sky so bleak. Down the railroad track comes a man so meek with his worn out shoes and his ragged clothes. He feeds the stray, he waters the rose. What is a rose? Why is a cat where the train goes? Answer me that. Who is the man? Nobody knows. Who feeds the stray? Who waters the rose? What is a rose? Why is a cat where the train goes? Answer me that. Who is the man?
waters the rose? Who is the man everyone knows? Who feeds the stray, waters the rose? Who feeds the stray, waters the rose? Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to see you all.
Back to work. The man behind the scenes. Yeah.
Oh no, we're approaching the Klingons and they're attacking.
Not again.
Evasive maneuvers.
Does it make you seasick? I should mention my album. I'm so proud of this album. I am so happy to be able to say that I'm so proud of this album. And we decided that we would call this my CD release concert because we never had one. COVID came and I got a frozen shoulder and like concerts weren't happening, and that was last April. So here we are. Hooray! But I just wanted to mention it because it's available on my website, which is called singfornoreason.com. Sing for no reason, singing don't ever go out of season. A couple months before I made the album, I was visiting the family farm in Ontario, and my new friend Coco Love Alcorn came out to visit for a couple of hours. So I took her on a tour around the farm, and we walked through the fields and through the bush and down to the creek, over the bridge, and then back up the lane to the stone farmhouse. And we were looking at the apple orchard, and it was October, so leaves were coming down, and we had still almost an hour of time, so we sat down on the couch and thought we would make a stab at writing a song together. And right away, she pulled out her ukulele from her backpack and she came up with this beautiful line. And we started jamming on apple trees, falling leaves. At some point she said, "My father always told me, reach for the higher bough." And I got shivers. I just thought it was such an incredible image, an incredible line. And before you know it, the hour was up and she had to go, and we agreed that we probably wouldn't be very good at co-writing long distance. So we just gave each other carte blanche, and this is what I did with it. When I was young, my father's tongue was sharp as cheddar cheese. I was so impatient, he was never pleased. He never said these words to me, reach for the higher bough, but up the ladder in his apple trees he tried to show me. Through goldenrod and chicory, out roaming with my sisters, across the creek and through the bush, rubber boots and blisters. We'll walk his furthest fence line with the blue sky all around, and find the wildest apple tree and shake the red ones down. It's raining cider, It's raining Gravenstein, Spartans, and spies. Tonight we'll have pie. Tonight we'll have pie. It's raining cider. It's raining Gravenstein, Spartans, and spies. Tonight we'll have warm double crust apple pie. This farmhouse, these apple trees, these stories in my head. So many crossing branches, so many words unsaid. Forgiving's not as easy as apples into pie, and I'm still learning pastry as we say our long goodbye. My dad and I. He sits beside his window. The leaves drift through the air, his memory falling with them. Through soon the branches will be bare. If I had a bushel basket, would I save them if I could? His falling leaves, his broken dreams, the bitter with the good. And not when all he's lost has brought us all I ever wanted now. Loving kindness is the finest apple on the higher bough. It's raining cider. It's raining Gravenstein, Spartans, and spies. Tonight we'll have pie. Save your fork. Tonight we'll have pie. It's raining cider. It's raining Gravenstein, Spartans, and spies. Tonight we'll have warm double crust apple pie. His daughters tuck his blankets in. While he dreams he walks his land. He's out there in the twilight with an apple in his hand. It's for my dad. Okay, well, we just about have used up our hour, so I have a lot of thank yous to say. First of all, I want to thank all my teachers and all their teachers and all of you. I'm glad that you're here, and I feel that you're here. Live streaming is a strange and mysterious thing. A wonderful musician said to me once, when you get your 15 minutes of fame, be sure you have something to say. And what I want to say is thank you. Thank you for the shining feeling, love revealing, golden sunflowers in my heart. Thank you for the joy. Thank you for the joyful feeling. Thank you for the joyful feeling. Love revealing, golden sunflowers in my heart. In my heart. In my heart. In my heart. And as we used to say at summer camp, second verse, same as the first, a little bit louder and a little bit worse. So you could probably just guess along. Thank you for the joy. Thank you for the joyful feeling. Thank you for the joyful feeling. Love revealing, golden sunflowers in my heart. 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 And you come to me, come to me, come to me, holy. Thank you for the holy. the holy feeling. I thank you for the holy feeling. Love revealing, golden sunflowers in my heart, in my heart, in my heart, in my heart, in my soul. Spacious elation, and you come to me, come to me, come to me, shining. Thank you for the shining holy joy. Thank you for the shining feeling. Thank you for the spreading, shining, love divining, golden sunflowers in my heart, in my heart, in my heart, in my heart. Spiraling seed forms, sunflower seeds. And the earth sighs, come to me, come to me. And one little sunflower jumps out of the seed head. And then another one. And pretty soon those sunflower seeds in their striped pajamas are falling out 2 at a time. 5 whole choirs of sunflower seeds tumbling to the earth, and the earth sighs, come to me, come to me. And the sunflower seeds are burrowing into the soil, and the earth murmurs, thank you for the joy. Thank you for the joyful feeling. Thank you for the joyful feeling. Love revealing, golden sunflower in my heart, 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 in my heart. Here we go now. In my heart. Woo! That's it. Thank you.
Time to
So
say,
glad you're here.
Time to say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.